Israel just got a new rank 8 premium jet in the form of the Nets mod. This is an F-16A Block 10 with 6 Python missiles, as well as a lot of countermeasures. You have 180 countermeasures as opposed to the typical Block 10 F-16 loadout of 60 countermeasures. Other than that, you're looking at the exact same plane as the Tech Tree Nets, and it's really not that suited for 12.7 right now, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that the plane is bad necessarily, I just don't think that it's a very good grinder, and that's what you're looking for when you're spending 80 whole US dollars on a rank 8 premium jet. You want something that's going to grind the Tech Tree very efficiently, and I just don't believe that this is that kind of a plane. So aside from the fact that it's just blatantly overpriced, in my opinion, I would never spend $80 for one vehicle on War Thunder. Everyone's different though, so if that's within your budget, if that's what you're going to spend your money on, then so be it. But I still just don't think that this plane really offers you enough value to be worth buying. Just setting the plane aside for 1 second, when you look at the tech tree that it's in the Israeli tech tree, and if you're buying one of these top tier premium packs, you probably want to be able to grind top tier vehicles with it. Otherwise, you could just get a cheaper premium and grind out the lower tier vehicles with that. So I'm just going to assume you guys want top tier jets if you're buying this type of a pack. Well, if you look at Israeli top tier jets, you can get pretty much all of the exact same jets or better in the US tech tree and also have more variants. So with that being said, I would recommend you just grind US instead of Israel. I really don't know why you would grind Israeli top tier right now, and especially not with the F-16 Nets when you could be playing something like the F-20 or maybe the F-5C and the US tech tree, which in my opinion is a much more efficient grinder. If you do plan on picking anything up, I would appreciate if you use my link in the description down below. You get 3% off and my decal on screen, and I get a little bit of a cut of anything you buy. So let's get back to the plane here and what I think is exactly wrong with it as an $80 premium. Well, again, I don't think that this plane is necessarily bad. The F-16 Block 10 flight model and just overall performance is still pretty much the best at 12.7. You're not really going to find anything better. There is of course the Gripen, but that's 13.0. And having 180 countermeasures fixes the #1 issue that the Block 10 F-16s have always had, and that's only having 60 countermeasures. That doesn't go particularly far, and you have to think about that when you think about your play style. Having a lot of countermeasures makes you able to do a lot more things, gives you a lot more options. You can be less careful, get yourself more into the thick of it, and you'll still have countermeasures even if people start shooting 10 missiles at you all at once. So you have an extremely survivable plane, and honestly, this plane can get you a lot of wins without getting many kills just by being bait, because it is fantastic bait. What I do is I just fly low to the ground, I multipath all the missiles, and then I try to get myself right into a furball. I get as many enemies spotted as I can. I try to stay vigilant enough to flare all the incoming missiles, multipath all the incoming missiles, get all of this attention on me like you're seeing on screen, and what this does is it just lets my teammates eat them up from far away, and they have no idea that my team's coming, while they're so focused trying to kill me, and they're gonna have a very difficult time doing so since I'm in an F-16 Block 10 with 180 countermeasures. My teammates are kind of sneaking up on them, not spotted, and if they're gonna 180 around for me like this guy is, they're just gonna get blasted out of the air. And so again, I think this plane is still technically good, it's just not good at efficiently getting kills, which is what you're looking for in an $80 grinder. And why is that? Well, it's because your only missiles are, sure, all aspect IR missiles, but they have no IRCCM, and you're at a battle rating where you're getting up tiered into 13.7 pretty much every game right now, which I think that's more of a just this update type of thing. I don't know if that's going to settle down or not in the future, or if this is just the new 12.7 matchmaker due to all the new 12.7 premium, specifically the F-18C that's getting spammed out right now. Regardless, this 12.7 matchmaker is absolutely terrible in my opinion, and probably the main reason why I would avoid playing this thing. You're going to be fighting Fox 3 missiles pretty much every game, you're going to be fighting IRCCM pretty much every game, and you have neither of them, and you don't even have any SAR missiles either. You have no long range capability, you have no radar missile capability, and it makes getting kills extremely frustrating. There's many games I've played in the nets where I literally just fly around, avoid dying, sure, 100%, it's really hard to kill me, but I just can't get kills. Either my teammates clean them all up from further range than when I can even get close enough to shoot at them, or the game's just pretty much over before I even see anybody. And that's why none of the gameplay on your screen today is going to be spectacular by any means. I have gotten a couple higher kill games before, but nothing over 5. It's really difficult to be consistent with this thing in this battle rating matchmaker. So again, for 80 bucks to grind a tech tree with, I will pass on this one. I honestly kind of still like playing this plane, and if it was in the tech tree, which in my opinion it should have been already, then I would probably still play it more often. But if I were to actually have to buy it, then yeah, again, I'm not going to be doing that. It's a play style I enjoy. You're kind of ratting around, you're trying to get attention on you, you're basically getting as many missiles fired at you as possible, and none of them kill you. It's honestly pretty challenging sometimes in a good way. But then of course that's mirrored by the frustration that you're going to be dealing with not getting any of the kills that you're very blatantly and clearly setting up for your team. You don't get any of the credit for it, none of the rewards for it, and yes, that can certainly be frustrating. And so that's pretty much my entire opinion on this plane. Again, I don't really think it's worth the buy. I think there's other things you could buy instead, 100%. Maybe you should wait for sales to happen or something like that. Again, if you're looking for Israel specifically, I would instead just point you to the US tech tree, because you can play all of the exact same top tiers and more, and then also have better premiums to grind with. Let me know what you guys think about the new nets in the comments down below. I know some of you that I've talked to in the comments already quite enjoy it, and that's great. I'm happy to hear that. I just don't think that for the average player, this plane is going to be particularly enjoyable, at least right now in this current matchmaker. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably with the F-18A in the US tech tree. I will let the gameplay play out anyways, just in case you want to watch it, but other than that, I'll see you tomorrow.